Good morning, everyone. It is Monday. We'll call it a marvelous Monday, or it might be a little manic Monday here. We're getting stuff done. Um, anyway, Monday, March 22nd, we creep closer to the end of the month. Taking a look here at the S&P futures, you can see that we've continued to use that 20. We've bounced the 20 and pushed back up. This underlying shadow area, this is the volume profile. You can find this just under your, if you're in TOS, you can come up underneath this flask and then search volume profile, especially if you spell it right. It's in here somewhere. See, just as I say that, I don't even pull it up correctly. Well, I promise it is in here somewhere. Ah, there it is, volume profile. You can just hit that, add selected, apply, and then when you do that, just make sure that you take, there's a couple different boxes, and I have taken the left axis check off, and that pushes the, otherwise it ends up over here on the other side of the chart. Anyway, so the reason I talk about this, we have some folks that want to use it. They've seen other people use it, so I'm just going to go through how I use it a little each day so that you can learn. These, obviously, the longer shaded gray, that is higher volume, and typically you can use those as areas of support. Interesting, most of the time they do happen right along fib lines, so I do have my Fibonacci lines on here. And then this wider one, this red, this is what they call the point of control. So above it you would tend to go long, below it you would tend to go short. When you're chopping around it, just sit back and wait. There's no reason that we have to trade or force trades any day. So if the day doesn't look like a good trading day, go do something else. All right, so as of right now, the S&P futures pushing very nicely here. They're pushing again here up off of the 20, but we're still caught in this point of control area. Our 3 and 8 are laying right up on top of each other, and what all of this is telling me is a whole lot of nothing. I know, isn't that awesome? You come in here and all I can tell you is it's telling me nothing. And this is just how it is sometimes. We haven't quite figured out where we want to go. We've, of course, got all the stimulus things out of the way. But now, and the Treasury yield, right? We've been playing with the Treasury yield a lot. Every time it ticks up, the market ticks down. We now have to start worrying because there's always something to worry about, and if there's not something, then we'll make something up. But right now, there's been a lot of talk about the next, about tax reform, the tax package. What is that going to look like? Who is it going to affect? Is it going to affect traders? You know, there's been a lot of discussion about the capital gains tax increasing, and the potential tax on transactions. So stock market transactions, so what we do. So there's a lot out there, and people trying to figure out exactly what's going to happen. So just, there's always something to keep us on our toes. But right now we have that going on, and in the bank side, we also have that the capital requirements, there was sort of a stay that the Fed relaxed those capital requirements. Well, that is due to expire on March 31st, and the Fed has said that they will indeed let that expire. So capital requirements are going to increase here for banks. Okay, exciting stuff, right? All right, let's take a look at oil. Oil, we had this huge drop, and we've pushed up nicely up off the 50. Watch that 50. We want to make sure we stay above that 50 here on oil. We're not really doing much at all this morning, but we're getting back out. We're going to start traveling. We're going to be actually driving somewhere other than just to Walmart or to Lowe's, which is what we did all through the pandemic. So I would watch for oil prices to increase here as we increase some demand, and of course different regulations on oil, the pipeline being shut down, that might all increase our demand, which increased demand means our prices will go up. So keep those longer energy plays in mind. I still really like those, even though we had this little dip here. All right, let's hop into a few charts. Traded a few last week that continued to look good. I'm going to pop right back over here to DraftKings. DraftKings, very nice. Lots of volume coming in on Friday, right? I mean, we've seen more, but building volume over the last couple days. Nice green push. And what I like is it staying here up over this 70, I'm going to say 72.20 area. So keep an eye on that. Going to look back at either the March 21st, or you can push them out even further, but the 75 strike there in DraftKings. DraftKings continues to look good. And the other one we traded was Facebook. So going to keep watching Facebook as well. Facebook pushing up nicely here again this morning. We're just inside of our wick from last Friday. Anything over last Friday's close is where I would like that. And looking at the 295 strike, probably the May 21st just cost-wise, but looking at that 295 strike. Okay, Amgen made our list last week, and it's really in a nice area now. I like a move, anything above this line that we put in, a close above it. We closed just a smidge above it on Friday, but looking for the continuation. We had big volume, some news there, so watching for continuation on Amgen. I'm watching the 618 250s on this. You see we just completed a nice little bull pattern here, and now we have plenty of room to the next fib line, or really I'm looking up to about 250, 250 on that. DNMR here, another one really nice. We had this whole drop down pullback. We have earnings coming up, so maybe a bit of a catalyst, and really good volume. And overall, this is making about a 20-day breakout as we continue to work here. We have just a smidge of a gap left to fill on Danimer. I like this one a lot. 521.60s is where I would look anything over the close here from Friday, which would be 49.98, or we can just say 50 on that one. A couple others that we watched on Friday, Lowe and Home Depot, both of these continuing on nicely here, even if just maybe a little bit slower continuation. Trip, love this, love Trip. Look up, we took a nice little break, we moved up, putting in a nice little stair step. Really like Trip, and anything over 61.20 there, I like Trip. All right, and a little different sector here. United Health, anything over Friday's close, but I would want to also watch to see if we can clear this 367.75 area, but looking for that move, take it up over Friday's close. That close was at 365.58, so lots of room in there to continue on UNH. And W, Wayfair. Look at this. Interesting look in this. Looked like what, almost a head and shoulders, but yeah, this one went a little wonky. Lots of wicks here, but anything over Friday's close, I like it. Or to be super safe, I would say maybe 342 would be a good entry area for that next move back up to 369 there. And watch for some volume. If our volume starts petering out again, I'd probably just stay away. Okay, that is it for me this morning. I will be in and out all day. Lexi has her 18-month checkup this morning because today she is 18 months old. Sherman has a quick vet checkup, and we have Veronica coming home. So all those things put together makes Heather a very busy girl today. So I will be in and out. But if you have any questions, be sure to send me an email, heatherc@givingtreetrading.com, or you can certainly send me a private message in the chat room. All right, have an awesome Monday.